I will never live here. It's uncomfortable, especially when you're by yourself.
Now that whole time I sat in there, you didn't do that.
She passed away right here, sitting in a chair in front of the fireplace. And that chair is right here behind me. Whoa. And if any of that is true, that would leave behind a dark energy in here.
She'll come.
Is there something evil down here?
Something crawled across the ceiling and that just didn't seem okay.
I just heard a child laughing. Oh, wow. No, dude. I heard a child laughing and then that SLS figure popped up on there.
Once the sun goes down on McInteer Villa, that's a little bit of a different story in here. We're pulling up on one of the biggest mansions that I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, this is a place that is known for its paranormal activity and even has had 9 documented deaths. And it is creepy looking. Wow. I feel like this place is gonna be really creepy when the sun goes down tonight.
I agree with that.
Man. Well, we know this place has a presence from the outside. You wanna go inside and see what type of presences we can pick up on in there?
Let's do it. Let's go check it out. Let's do it.
In my opinion, McInteer Villa is haunted. Mr. McInteer came from Ireland. I think he arrived in Atchison about 1861. He was a saddle and harness maker. He was also into real estate. Mr. McInteer's first wife's name was Alice. This house he had built in 1889, finished in 1890 for $14,000. It was built in 1 year. I don't know if it was built fast because his first wife was ill, but his first wife died after 1 year.
It is so cool to be here inside the historic and haunted McInteer Villa.
It is. This is one of the most beautiful places that I've ever seen. Everything is just immaculate. The place is very creepy, and we've already had some stuff happening.
I do know now that anyone can come through. My dad helped me buy the house 4 years ago, and he comes through. So, not to me, but he comes through to guests. They've written in the book downstairs that we talked to your dad.
Why did that just die?
I don't know.
We've only
dad's here.
We've only
I just
used
mentioned
it.
him.
Yeah, we've only used that for like an hour.
What's his name?
Ernie. Where did it die? Where did it die? Well, what turned off? This?
The light behind you.
His urn is right here.
His urn is right beside.
Yeah.
Look at this. I just walked through that room, and I just got hit with a bit. I don't know what it symbolizes, but a big, like, floral scent just hit me right in the face.
Oh, like fresh cut flowers, kind of?
Fresh cut flowers, exactly.
But the fresh cut flowers isn't that often at all. I've smelled it maybe twice in the 4 years I've had the house.
Really? Was
Yeah.
it in this room?
It was actually in the dining room and then once in this room.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's creepy.
That is
What are the odds of that?
Yeah,
right.
We haven't even started investigating yet, and we're already getting weird activity.
This is why the second floor is my favorite. Out of the entire 5,200 square feet, this hallway is my favorite place to investigate.
9 confirmed deaths inside this house, and possibly other spirits and entities that have been known to interact, insult, growl at people who come to visit this building.
I have been told that everyone who has owned and lived in the house has died in the house. I don't live here. Out of the 9 deaths that I know of so far at the villa, all of them have been natural causes except for one, which was Charles Donovan, Mr. McInteer's second wife's youngest son. He committed suicide October 10th, 1922. Anna's brother, who was a judge in Atchison, moved in. His name was Charles. He moved in with his wife. He did not die here, but he is the one that found his nephew Charles after he committed suicide. Anna was Mr. McInteer's second wife. Her mother, Anna, passed away in 1898. Then Mr. McInteer passed away of dropsy in 1902. Mrs. McInteer passed away in 1916. It became a boarding house 1925 to 1952. In that time frame, I've only found one death, and that was a 4-day-old infant. After that, Goldie bought the house, and Goldie, or Isabel Altus, she lived here by herself from 1952 until she passed away in 1969. And then Mr. and Mrs. Girardi, who bought the house from Goldie, they both passed away in the home.
The death that occurred in this room was that of a woman named Isabel Altus, who went by the name Goldie. She passed away right here, sitting in a chair in front of the fireplace. And that chair is right here behind me.
The very chair.
This is the chair that Goldie, Isabel, passed away in. And if you think of something that could hold energy, that moment in life, literally her transition from life to death to spirit happened in this chair. So who knows what is attached to this chair? Goldie, if you're here, we don't want you to think we're intruding. We're here to speak to you and speak to the many other people who I am sure you know live in this house. Stephanie says she could never really live here because of how creepy and haunted this house is. And I'm sure you had experiences when you lived here in the 50s and 60s.
So maybe a little bit later, Goldie, you'll be able to show up for us, or maybe you can move your chair, as we've heard you've done in the past. Maybe you could do that for us a little bit later.
People ask me all the time why I don't live here. I will never live here. And that's not to say that I don't love the house. I love this house. It's uncomfortable, especially when you're by yourself. Whatever is here knows when I'm by myself, and it's like game on. There are growls, the footsteps. I wear headphones when I'm here by myself, and I can tune out the footsteps, but I can't tune out the vibration of the footsteps, and it will walk right up to me and just stop.
I think we should save the part of the house that Stephanie believes is most active for last, the basement. So let's head up to the attic.
Let's do it.
The attic used to be what I would tell people was the least active. It never made me uncomfortable. So when I first bought the house, I am a fan of bright colors. So I painted the door red. That was the time I actually knew that the house did not like my dog, or didn't like me painting the door red. My dog was here with me, and she's a 6-pound Yorkie, and she was knocked off of a chair.
That's not creepy or anything.
It's pretty much a full-size attic.
It is, yeah. This is huge.
The attic has been really uncomfortable lately. You can feel somebody walking behind you when you leave the attic. You can feel somebody walking up behind you, just going into the attic. I have been shushed. Like a female just put her head right by my head and went shh. Lots of whispering from women. The men, they are loud. I don't know who's in the attic. I have no idea. I have been told, though, there's possibly a hanging in the attic, either a suicide or hung to look like a suicide. No documentation, so I don't know. I've been told his name is David.
You share a name with him, right?
I do. Yes, we have the same name.
Maybe you should spend some time up here and see if you can connect with this David spirit.
Yeah, absolutely.
The basement has 7 rooms. It has the original brick floor in most of the rooms. It's so dark you can't see your hand in front of your face. One of the spirits or I hate to use things, but I don't know if it's a human or if it was ever a human. If something crawled across the ceiling and that just didn't seem okay. I've been told from multiple people over the 4 years that I've owned the house that there are possibly illegal adoptions, illegal liquor sales, illegal medical procedures on women. I don't have documentation, so I don't know if any of those took place in the basement.
And if any of that is true, that would leave behind a dark energy in here.
Yeah, I mean, with all of that stuff going on down here, you know, allegedly, if any of it were to be true, you know, that would leave behind a lot of dark energy.
So I have this doll, and he's an original Charlie McCarthy doll, which I believe from the early 30s, 1930s. And he's a ventriloquist doll. I think he's super adorable. 99% of the people that come here don't like him. So I happened to put my recorder on the ventriloquist doll, on Charlie, and I said, "Hi, Charlie," and I walked into the other room so we could start asking questions. And we picked up, "My name is Jack." A few months later, two gentlemen were here and they were doing some filming, and they called me up and they said, "You know your doll's name is Jack." I'm like,
And I'm interested to come in here and see exactly what type of paranormal activity we can capture here tonight, to see if these spirits or even these darker entities will come out and speak to us. Who knows? But with the sun going down, I think it's about time to set up for abandonment.
Let's do it. I'm excited to see what this one has in store for us. Hopefully, we will catch that thing crawling across the ceiling.
That would be amazing. So yeah, let's set up cameras on every single floor, set up all the equipment that we can, and leave the house. And for an hour, find out what happens in McInteer Villa when it's completely empty. In McInteer Villa when it's completely empty. When it's completely empty. All right, so we are getting ready to leave the house. We have 4 cameras set up throughout. On the first level above our heads, we have an action cam covering as much possible area as we can. There are motion sensors, 4 of them on that first floor all throughout. If anything moves on that first floor, we're gonna know about it because those motion sensors are gonna go off. And we have a REM pod sitting in Goldie's chair, the chair that she passed away in. Second floor, we have cat balls lining the hallway, those motion activated ones that flash. They're sitting still, so if they flash, it could be paranormal. Also, there's a Mel meter on that second floor right in front of the camera that can pick up on EMF as well as ambient temperature, and it is the REM Mel, so it has, just like a REM pod, proximity. If anything touches it, it's gonna go off. Top floor, we have a camera in the attic with an EDI plus meter. Now that meter measures ambient temperature as well as EMF, vibration, humidity, barometric pressure, has a bunch of lights that flash. So if anything changes environmentally up there, we're gonna know about it. Down here in the basement, the plasma ball is set up, charging the atmosphere, the environment, and hopefully the spirits can use that energy to communicate with us. We moved Jack, or Charlie, the ventriloquist dummy, over here in front of the camera so the camera can see it. Sitting in front of him is a cat ball as well. If anything touches it, it's gonna light up. It's gonna be right at his feet. And because Stephanie told us that there were a lot of child spirits down here, we set up the music box, the paranormal music box right here on the steps. So if anything walks through this area at the bottom of the stairs, the music box is gonna go off. And there's also a cat ball way back behind me here as well. So let's leave the house, Dave, and see what the equipment picks up on.
Let's do it.
Now we're leaving!
Yeah. You got a cam? I do not. Hello?
Is there someone in that bathroom? This is audio session. It's here. Look, it's pegging all the way. We're not even set up yet. We're trying to place equipment. And we had the idea to put that REM pod in the bathroom.
The end hallway bathroom down here is the most active. A lot of people don't want to use it. And I tell people, I'm not sure which room Charles committed suicide in. In my opinion, I think it's either the library or it's when the two bathrooms were one room. I personally think it's when the two bathrooms were one room.
Wow. Charles, if that's you, can you step back, please? Dude.
Who's in there?
Charles, if that is the bathroom, or if that is the room where you lost your life, can you touch it again for us?
Stephanie said that you've slammed doors in there, the cabinet doors. Can you slam the cabinet doors?
Is this the little kid? The little girl that people see and hear laughing up here all the time? Or is this Charles?
I tell you what,
What?
I'm covered in chills, and my left side is freezing cold.
Who is standing right beside Dave? Is that Goldie or is it Alice? Ooh, I feel that now. The cold's moved down to me.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like I felt it was like it wasn't a breeze, it was just a moving, like a slow moving mass of air that just came in, and it was colder.
Oh, wow. Actually,
What?
it feels very cold right here.
Yeah. That's just where I was standing. If you really want to, you can move stuff. We'd love to see it.
I'll tell you what, once the sun goes down on McInteer Villa, it's a little bit of a different story in here.
Yeah. You can do it. Shut one of the doors for us.
Who was making that red light go off in the bathroom there? This is Dave Ryan, first session, McInteer Villa.
I'm going to come down and set this orange light in the bathroom, in this room here to the right. Move, Dave?
Huh?
Can you move? I thought I just saw like a shadow movement right here on the wall.
Really?
Yeah.
You want to head in there for a minute?
Yeah. I thought I saw movement within this light right here on the wall.
Yeah, I don't know what that would have been. Stephanie did give us permission to be in here tonight to talk to you. We might not have introduced ourselves. My name is Dave, and this is Ryan. And we're just here trying to communicate with you in your house. So if you could communicate back by touching that red light in the bathroom, could you do it now? It's right on the sink. It would also be cool to see something fly off the mantle in here like it has before.
Do you want to sit in the library?
I can.
I know you said you felt uncomfortable in the library. What if I went down here to this far back right-hand room and you went into the library here?
Okay.
A little split, a little,
Whoa. Hello?
Huh.
That's weird.
Are you waiting for Dave?
All right, well, here I am. I would like to say that neither one of us mean anybody here any harm. We're pretty nice guys. We just wanted to come here and talk to you. Is that okay? If it is, you can light that up.
Charles? Charles, if you're in here, can you tell us, please, what happened to you?
Don't be afraid to talk to us. Somebody was here earlier.
Oh,
Is that
that was
you?
me. I don't feel anything in this room back here.
I don't either. Somebody was really making that red light go off down there in the bathroom. Why did you quit? Now that whole time I sat in there, you didn't do that. Well, you want to pack this stuff up or break this stuff down and try something else?
Yeah, I think we should try and cover as much area as we can while staying. I think we should try and cover as much area as we can while staying. I think we should try and cover as much area as we can while staying. I think we should try and cover as much area as we can without being too close to one another. So I think the best plan of action would be for one of us to go to the attic and one of us to go to the basement. Maybe splitting up and us being alone, they'll feel more comfortable to come out and talk to us. Can you latch this lock across the door when I go down here?
Yes. Just what I've always wanted, to lock you in the basement. See ya.
Have fun in the attic.
I will. All right, he is locked in. He is not coming out.
I'm officially locked in.
All right, guys, we are heading up to the attic. We're going to see what happens for us up here.
That was me.
Okay. Okay, Dave, rolling. This is attic solo. Got an action cam set up there, REM pod over there. Whoa. Hello? And of course, the camcorder stopped going. All right, guys, Dave here in the attic. Ryan is down in the basement, and the REM pod was going off there just a second ago, but I missed it on this camera.
Okay. Whoa. Hello? Can you step in front of that again for me? I just had the motion sensor go off for no reason. It's the first time that motion sensor has gone off all night long.
So my name is Dave, and I'm up here by myself. I came up to talk to you. Is there anybody up here with me? Is there somebody else other than myself up here named David? If there is, there's a bright red light right here in front of me. So if you'd like to answer my questions with a yes, you can make that go off. And for no, you don't have to make it go off at all.
All right. Who was just out there moving in front of the motion sensor?
Shall come.
Is there something evil down here? They say they've seen a... They say they've seen a dark shadow crawling on the ceiling.
Said, how so?
What happened down here?
Are there any other spirits up here? Are any of the McInteer family members here with me? I just heard a knocking sound right over here. I just heard a knocking sound right over here. This is a beautiful, beautiful house you have here. I just heard it again. Are you over there in the corner?
I got cold chills. And I don't know why. Are you down here with me now? Whoa. Thank you. Thank you. Can you touch those lights and make them light up? If you're a child. Thank you. Can you touch those lights if you died here? If you passed away?
I was told there may have been a gentleman by the name of David who hurt himself up here. Is that true? If that's true, can you set this off? I just want to try and talk to somebody, that's all. I'm the only person up here. Kind of lonely. I figured I would try and talk to you. My friend Ryan is downstairs in the basement. He's running a camera that can see you. If you stand in front of it, could you go show yourself to him?
Where's the figure that crawls on the ceiling? Who's back here? Should I go back into this room? Light up that box in there if you think I should go back in here. All right. Moving motion sensor.
Maybe you don't understand, but for me, you have passed on. You've passed away. And I'm still living. And the current owner of the house believes that she hears your spirit here. Is that true? We don't really know how it works, what happens after we die, so that's why we're here. That's why I'm trying to make communication with you. Or maybe you're still alive and I'm dead and I'm just a ghost in your attic. Is that how it works?
Yeah, I'm headed back in here. I'm coming back into this room right here. I just heard a child laughing. What the f? Oh, wow. No, dude. I heard a child laughing and then that SLS figure popped up on there. Are you in front of me? I just heard a child laughing. I hope that my microphone that I have on my person, because all the cameras are out here, I hope one of these cameras or my microphone picked up the sound of that child laughing, because that was creepy. And I looked around. I was standing right where the SLS is right now, right here, and I looked around and tried to search for some sort of source of that noise. And I wasn't looking at the screen, and I looked back down, and there was something in front of me on the SLS. That was weird. Let's go in here and set this up here.
I want to ask one more time, was there a gentleman who took his life up here? Well, if he did, and he's here listening to me, I'm sorry that you felt that was the only way to change things. But I hope you did find peace. Thank you very much.
Okay. So, we got both the SLS and the static cam here. I haven't heard that millimeter go off in a little while. That's kind of strange that that just stopped going off. I don't know why. I don't know why it was going off in the first place.
There he is.
Anything happen up there?
Not so much.
Goldie, if you're here, can you go over and talk to Dave? He's sitting in your chair. We don't mean any disrespect by sitting in that chair. It's just our way of trying to create a connection between us. Beside him is a globe of light. You can try and use that to get the energy to speak.
Did you just fall?
No. I just walked through this area right here, that's it.
Do what you did again.
Okay.
Me came across.
Me.
I felt like pressure, like I felt the floor go like that, like, but I thought you were like moving around over here.
No, I was back here in this doorway, and I walked through this doorway, but it was weird because I looked over and these balloons, I don't know if you remember how these balloons were.
Not really.
Because they're like in a perfect line over here by this fainting couch.
Really?
I don't remember them being set up 3 in a row in a perfect line like that.
No, me either, because I kicked him out of the way earlier. And I didn't kick him into a straight line.
Yeah, I don't know, I just happened to look over and I was like, oh, that's kind of strange that they're sitting perfectly.
That is weird.
Is this your violin, Isabel? I know that's you in the picture here. At 12 years old. Stephanie told us you were really talented. Miss Aldous, when you lived here, did you think that this house was haunted? Did you ever have any experiences with spirits?
I thought I heard hey or me or something like that. It was a male voice. Hello. You. Same voice.
Me? What about me? Or are you talking about Dave? What's your name, sir? I would love to be able to have the opportunity to speak to you.
Goldie, this chair is pretty uncomfortable, you know? Oh. You getting anything?
No.
Not a voice has come through.
From the moment we first got here, we had weird stuff happen, like the battery pack on our interview light dying. So, not to me, but he comes through to guests. They've written in the book downstairs that we talked to your dad. And then the just sudden burst of energy when the REM pod started to go off. Charles, if that's you, can you step back, please? Dude. The more we've acclimated to the energy of the villa, the more the energy of the villa has acclimated to us. And it's just whoever was curious of us at the beginning of the night doesn't seem to be curious of us now. I think the spirits of McInteer Villa have made themselves known to us, and as morning approaches, I don't think there's anything else that we can do to get activity. So, you ready to just pack it up and hit the road?
I am. Those morning birds are starting to chirp, and I think it's time. Another one in the books, guys. Another one in the books.
Hey, you made it to the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button and leave us a comment down below. And if you're new here, be sure to hit the subscribe button and set notifications to all so you never miss a video. We want to thank the people whose names are scrolling on screen right now for supporting us through Patreon and the YouTube channel membership. If you'd like to see your name here, along with a heap of other perks, follow the links in the description. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.